All right. So we are going live. We are live on YouTube. I've got the link posted in AMA Archive, and let's jump into it. Welcome everybody here in Discord. Come on down to AMA chat. If you have some questions, feel free to ask them. All right. Well, we've had some very interesting price action the past couple of weeks, with Sphere going up over 100% in just over 2 weeks, and it's still up around 50% from its low. And just today, ETH pushed to a high of just under 3.5K, and Bitcoin to over 63.5K pre-halving, which is crazy. We are starting to see a pullback now, which I think is to be expected. And then Matic still seems to be biding its time, despite some significant developments underway, including the ag layer. But one thing is for sure, it's a pretty exciting time to be in crypto and DeFi. All right, I see some more people joining. I just want to make sure, can everyone hear me in Discord? Someone let me know in the AMA chat, please. Okay, good. Thank you, Pandu and Scion. Okay, charging ahead then. It is time for another Sphere Poker tournament coming up this Saturday, March 2nd at 6 p.m. UTC. These poker tournaments require zero buy-in. It is completely free to play, and you have the opportunity to win prizes in the form of Sphere tokens, with the reward for first place being $125, second place $75, and third place $50 worth of Sphere. So make sure to check out the community events channel located in the ecosystem section on Discord to find out how to register for the tournament. Again, it is completely free to play. There is no buy-in, and you do have a chance to win some prizes. So please join in. Efro, everything looks good on YouTube. Thank you. All right, moving forward. Dyson's concentrated liquidity vaults have been unpaused and can now be withdrawn from following comprehensive remediation measures across these vaults to ensure asset integrity. So you can now withdraw your funds, and all of these concentrated liquidity vaults have a withdraw tag on Dyson for ease of filtering. Now, during the time that the concentrated liquidity vaults were paused, the vaults did continue to farm and rebalance assets. So we did want to confirm that. We did have some questions from the community about that. They did continue to farm and rebalance. Hey there, Sinner. Welcome. Great to have you. All right. So next, and probably the biggest thing for today's AMA, is that Dyson 2.2.0 has been released. So this includes several new features, including current asset breakdown for the auto compounding vaults, a thorough details page with general vault information, a fee structure easily and readily presented for the vaults, vault metrics, including reward rates at the lowest and highest TVL, so you can kind of get a sense of where the vault's been and also where the reward rate has been with respect to that TVL. And also historic metrics, including TVL, asset breakdown over time, especially for LPs. This is helpful to see the percentage breakdown of that LP. Reward rate over time, of course, the APY, and also the underlying and vault LP prices over time. These analytics are also live on DeFi Llama as well, for those of you who are interested in exploring that more. And Most importantly, in my opinion, is that with Dyson 2.2.0 comes an updated API, completely revamped and reworked API. So, API is the application programming interface, and it's what allows Dyson to interact with the user and other protocols. And with a more organized and streamlined API, Dyson will be better able to plug into other projects, most notably, of course, Preon and Sphere Lend. So while much of the work on Dyson over the past several months kind of goes mostly unseen on the outside looking in, this will make Dyson much more capable of integrating with the rest of the ecosystem moving forward. So this was why it was seen as such an important task, and it took so long because it was built from the ground up. So that said, we are very happy with the Dyson API. We continue to work through different kinks here and there. For example, we're working on resolving some issues with load times, but all in all, Dyson 2.2.0 has been a great success on our end. All right. Mean Finance has enabled Star on Polygon now, in addition to Arbitrum. So, as a reminder, and for those who are not aware, Mean Finance allows users to DCA or dollar cost average into crypto tokens. So, with this utility, Star can now be used on Polygon to DCA into your favorite crypto assets. Mean Finance had already enabled Star DCA abilities on Arbitrum, and now this just expands to Polygon. And I did talk about this a little bit in the video I had made, but dollar cost averaging can be a really good strategy for people who struggle to know when and how to invest. It's actually been shown that dollar cost averaging is not only a very powerful strategy, but it may actually outperform a lot of other strategies just by nature of you're constantly investing into the market and you're not trying to time anything. You're simply building up your portfolio. So really cool to see that Mean Finance and Star integration so that you can use Star to DCA. All right, a couple questions in chat. It means our full Preon integration working with Dyson is soon, right? Certainly closer than it was before the Dyson update. But ultimately, yes. T1 nearly missed the AMA. What did I miss out on? Haven't seen PT in 4 weeks. It has been some time. Welcome. So far, basically just talked about price a little bit, price action of crypto in general. The Sphere Poker Tournament, so be sure to join in on that. Mentioned the concentrated liquidity vaults on Dyson are capable of being withdrawn, and just talking about Dyson 2.2.0, as well as the Mean Finance Star integration. All right, very good. So just a couple more updates here to touch on. The Sphere, Dyson, and Preon landing page footers have been updated so that we can have accurate links within that. And part of our next task involves integrating those footers for those respective DApps as well. Penrose has actually had some API issues, which we are investigating as well. And then just in general, development continues for Preon v1.2.0, kind of getting more towards Sinner's question as well. Also, just to toss this out there as a, I guess, quick reminder, Sinner, with respect to Preon and Dyson integrating. So Dyson and Preon already have integrated. So the collateral, a portion of the collateral within Preon is capable of being yield farmed primarily through Aave via Dyson. So basically, those types of integrations become much easier with the updated API. All right. So then we only had two questions this week. They're kind of related, so I've bundled them together. And let's just jump right into them. So the first main question stem is from Niftmos, who said, I think we need more social interaction between the Sphere team and the community, specifically through more tweets, as I feel the community is shrinking. I'm afraid the next AMA might only be 5 minutes, which wouldn't be helpful. Additionally, a clear marketing strategy is needed. We're not benefiting from the bull market and haven't seen significant progress recently. I'm a longtime Sphere investor and huge believer. Disappointed if it doesn't succeed. And then Girijo followed that up today with, does the team have any plan to improve Sphere price? So, a couple things on all of this. First off, trust me, there would be many people who would actually appreciate a 5 minute AMA, as I've often seen requests to shorten and condense the information. And to be fair, I do understand where those people are coming from because let's be honest, we are busy people. So I have actually been making more of an effort to keep things on task and concise for AMAs and try to be more cognizant and respectful of people's time. Second, thank you for your longtime support. We absolutely do appreciate that. And third, and to kind of get more into some of these deeper questions, we are making more of an effort to increase our socials, including through X posts and monitoring the engagement through those, as well as Medium, other platforms. We have and continue to work on improving our marketing strategy, and we have discussed marketing a lot in past AMAs. Sphere has certainly benefited from the recent crypto price action via Polygon Matic, of which the Treasury has a sizable exposure to. And if you're specifically referring to the price action of Sphere, please remember that we are a microcap altcoin, and so our bull cycle is historically delayed relative to that of blue chip crypto assets. And not offering this as an excuse, so to say, but just more to point out the general reality of the flow of liquidity. And you can see this liquidity and timing displacement elsewhere as well. For example, if you compare Bitcoin and Ethereum to Polygon Matic. Another useful tool is the DPI or DeFi Pulse Index. I think is helpful personally, which shows the market cap of DeFi. And we are definitely starting to make headway into reigniting the DeFi fire, but we also have a long way to go before we even come close to reaching the previous highs in terms of DeFi market cap. So I think that distinction between the blue chips and DeFi is important. But all of that to the side, because that's just kind of some general background information, right? That's not really the point of the question. At the end of the day, we have our sights set on the long term, and we are building and preparing ourselves for the future. And we've constantly and always had that mindset. So these things take time, and we do appreciate your patience. I can also appreciate the fear of missing out. These are financial markets. These emotions are very real and can be very intense. So we know the best thing that we can do is continue building value for the ecosystem. And it kind of hurts a little bit that you say that we haven't seen any significant progress, because Dyson 2.2.0 was a very large obstacle that we've tackled. But again, that aside, I can understand if you feel like on the outside it doesn't seem like much. I do understand that. So again, we know that the best thing we can do is continue building value for the ecosystem. Hype only lasts for so long, but value is something that is sustainable and compounds over time. So that is why our focus is and has been on building real yield and real value. No, it's not flashy or shiny, but it is what works over the long term. There will be times for hype, there will be times to be flashy and showy, but we're just not quite there yet. Um, with respect to the community part of your question, please remember that you can always reach out via Discord, and we do have our community notes channel in addition to our announcements channel to help keep you informed on what we are doing. So, those are my mini rants for today. And yes, indeed, it was a shorter AMA, longer than 5 minutes, but kind of more along the 15-20 minute mark, which I think is actually pretty good. It's a pretty good target because, again, I do want to respect people's time. So, that all being said, are there any thoughts, questions, concerns, feedback, constructive criticisms that anyone has in the AMA chat here on Discord? You know, T1, I appreciate that. It's actually, it's been, I feel like it's been a while since anyone had a when question. So I appreciate that. Thank you. When indeed. Everyone deserves a thune. Any other thoughts, questions, concerns, constructive criticisms, feedback? And my T1 is still typing, so while he's doing that, just some general reminders. If you do think of any questions or feedback, concerns, etc. throughout the week, please feel free to discuss that with us within our Discord. We're very open and willing to chat with you guys. You can always drop questions in AMA questions so that we can feature them on our next AMA. And also, we are close to the turn of the epoch. So if you have any VE tokens and you need to get your votes in, please be sure to do that. And as well with the YL Sphere, if you have any unlocks occurring today, please be sure to either withdraw or relock so you can be sure to continue your rewards, or if you need to withdraw, then do so as well. T1, jokes aside, the team are doing their best with building and communication wise as well. Glad to see that the community notes is being updated on a weekly basis now as well. Yes. Yeah, I definitely think that that's been a positive to fill in some of those gaps with the announcements and help give people a sense of what we're doing behind the scenes to have those weekly updates. Though, ironically, I do want to say something about this. We actually had feedback saying that some people thought that those updates were too much, that they didn't want to see those updates. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, what do we do? People are asking for more updates and information, and then now that we're giving that, people are like, oh, this is too much. So I just want to comment on that. I thought that was hilarious and mind-bending and just like painful. So just wanted to mention that. It's like, well, we can't win. You know, we just have to do it the best we can. All right, YL Harbor HD. A quick answer is okay because I haven't been around here for a long time. Will buyback burning return? I think, you know, really the short answer immediately is no, because we are moving that focus. We have moved to that focus to providing real yield, and there's various reasons for that. Essentially, trying to, you know, make this concise. Providing real yield is a means of rewarding those who are invested in the long-term success of the project, whereas buyback burning is places an emphasis on people needing to buy and then sell at a higher price in order to uh, be rewarded through the ecosystem. So, so that is why that shift in concept and focus has occurred. T1 reminds me when your sphere unlocks in Wild Sphere. As soon as it unlocks, it doesn't count as a week, does it? So some of it unlocked last week, and after the epoch flips tonight, that should count as 1 week. Pings from your channel. Right. So as far as I'm aware, I'm trying to think for sure. I may have to get back to you on that T1 for exactly, because you have basically what T1 is asking is when Wildsphere unlocks, you have 2 weeks to either relock or withdraw before you can be kicked from the vault for a very small amount of sphere that you would lose by whoever does the kicking. I believe that as soon as you're kicked, that starts the timer, such that you still have 2 weeks after that. But again, I would have to confirm. But yes, I do agree. That's a bit strange. And I do think it's the pings. People don't like necessarily being alerted to those things, but again, it just doesn't make sense in my mind when people are asking for more information and then they're given more information and they're like, oh, less information, please. it's kind of a lose-lose for us. But again, we just have to do the best we can. We understand not everyone wants to be pinged. Not everyone wants these updates. But we're trying to provide as many updates as we can as we're moving forward in a way that's as comparable to as many people as possible. What more can I say? Gotcha. All right. So some good questions this week. I think a lot of emotions being spurred up in the markets just because of the recent price action, which happens, right? That's the nature of the markets. Is they're very they induce a lot of strong emotions. So just like I had mentioned, if you guys think of anything that you do want to have answered in the next AMA, please drop them in AMA questions. You can always also ask us in the different Sphere chats here on Discord. We're always happy to help. Someone is usually always around to answer. And we also have really great community members who are always willing to pitch in, help out, answer questions. So thank you all so much for being here for the AMA. And thanks for participating and all that. Once again, be sure to take a look at the Sphere Poker Tournament if you are able to join. Again, it's free to join, and you can win some Sphere token prizes. So be sure to take a look at that. But yes, I will talk with everyone at next AMA. Everyone have a good rest of your day. A good couple weeks coming here. And always remember that you matter for who you are. I will see everyone next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.